Leicester is getting better, like the old buildings are getting knocked over and making it new.
It's quite a different city from what I remember it 10, 20, 30 years ago. It's caught up to date now.
Well, I've been here for many, many years and I think it's fantastic.
We look like we're sort of on the map now, don't we? You know, we're bright, we're lively.
It's improving. It's getting better.
Leicester's a really exciting place to be at the moment. There's an awful lot going on site, or indeed finished. So all the talking and planning is finished and the building has started. In the master plan for central Leicester, there are 5 big projects. There's the development of a new business quarter, as we call it, around the rail station, aiming at something like 4,000 office jobs. The first 20% of that is now built. Up at Abbey Meadows and the Science Park, a couple of thousand new jobs. There's a new access road in. There is landscaping done with more to come, and we're negotiating with the first occupants and with the developer to lead the whole project. On the residential side, there are 3 sites, about 8,000 new dwellings between them. Just over 3,000 have now got planning permission and about 1,000 have been built. High Cross is now open. The paving that goes with it is finished and looks very smart.
I think it's fabulous at the moment, all the new shops that they've got and also all the pavements. It's great, absolutely wonderful.
I think this is what Leicester needed to bring a lot of people from outside into it.
So that's a whole new strand in the city's economy opening up there, creating something like 2,500 new jobs. That of course means opportunities for Leicester people. But those won't arise unless the skills training is in place and people are enabled to get those new jobs. And the best example that's happened so far, I think, is in the High Cross development, where all the partners there, public and private, work together to make sure that people who are currently unemployed or living in some of the more challenging areas of the city had priority for interviews and for jobs.
It will increase job prospects for people.
To get people to stay and want to work and see it as a nice place to actually want to set up and live.
Definitely created a lot more jobs. I know there's also accommodation on top of the High Cross at the back. So everything is pretty much an all-round bonus.
Outside the master plan projects, there are a number of other really exciting things happening. Perhaps the most important and the biggest is the cultural court, where the LCB depot, units for small creative businesses, has been open for some time, where the Curve Theatre in winter of 2008 opens to enormous acclaim for its architecture and I hope for the content and what goes on in there. And of course the Digital Media Centre is under construction at present. It will be open in 2009. So a lot happening there. Elsewhere, De Montfort University is completely restructuring their campus. They've taken out one section of the ring road, which means that wonderful old building, the magazine, is now back in part of the townscape. Leicester University has just announced a £1 billion investment programme in its campus. We've got £250 million going into secondary education. The further education colleges are almost all changing campuses and expanding. So at this stage, it's really quite a good time to be here. There's quite a lot going on. Leicester's a great city. It's got tremendous potential. It's beginning to live up to that potential, but there's still quite a lot to be done.
It's very, very exciting to think that I'll be running a business in a new, vibrant city with lots more going on.
I want to be able to say that I live in Leicester and people know where it is.
It's nicer to come in town now, spend more time in town.
It's great to come into Leicester and shop.
It's just wonderful, I love it, I think it's great.